All right, welcome back to another episode of A Trader's Journey, where I'm going to discuss how my prop firm challenges are going, what's going on in the industry, and just kind of covering a few things that a trader goes through on a day-to-day basis that not everybody normally talks about. So before I get started, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, and nothing I say here is financial advice. Trading is risky, and most people do lose money, and any results I talk about, they're not typical. I never make any promises or guarantees that anybody can achieve any specific results. So I was going to do a video tonight on my setup and my win today on your USD, but I got to be truthful. Every time I do a video walking through the technicalities of trading and sharing with everybody how I trade and what I do, like nobody really watches it. It's really crazy on YouTube how the really good videos hardly get watched at all. But then just me sitting here talking, for some reason, you guys like to watch it. So I'm going to kind of talk you through things, and then I'll save that video, I think, for tomorrow or another time here. But I am in phase 2 on a prop firm challenge account right now. And the really crazy thing is I started this one back in the middle of November. And you know what? I don't rush my trades, guys. Okay, there's no need to rush. A lot of traders get into trading and they think they have to rush the process. All right. I typically, well, I should say I like to let price just come to me and I trade my setups here. And that is exactly what I'm doing through my prop firm challenge accounts here, is I'm letting those setups come to me and then I'm executing the trade when I have those confluences there. Now, I will openly admit that through this prop firm challenge, at one point I said, you know what, this is taking long enough. So there were some points in that challenge where I went a little outside of my rules and I took a few more trades just to kind of push things through. The setups were still very valid. There was just less confluences there, but it did help me push that up into phase 2. And now I'm sitting at, I just need 2K more on a 100K challenge account to get it actually funded here. So that is really close, and it's literally, I think it's just 2% more than I need. So that's the FX challenge accounts. Now I have somewhat shifted gears, at least on the funded or the challenge, the challenge accounts, and I've shifted gears more towards futures. So now I'm not a futures expert by any means. Futures are new to me. I've never traded futures. I just started trading them probably about a month ago. So again, I'm not an expert. All the technicalities and contracts and how they work, I still don't even understand. But I do know this: I can trade. All right, I can read price action. I'm very confident in my system and myself to do that. All right, it doesn't matter what it is; it's relatively all the same with price action. So I have started a few futures accounts with Apex. And I think I have a code in the description here below. They're doing an 80% off here. So I think if you head over to there, you can just hop in and get an Apex account for 80% off, which is really cool. But anyway, I picked up a few accounts, a few 50K accounts, and I have 2 that are close to being funded already within a month. I think one now is about $200 away, and the other is just $1,000 away. And I'm going to stack those, and I'm going to share with you guys how I'm trading my futures account. I focus on NQ. And I'll share that with you guys in the future here. But right now I'm balanced between FX in my live account, FX in funded accounts, and then shifting more on the funded side to futures, because there's just so much going on right now. In the funded prop space, I think a lot of the companies that offer these funded challenges, I think they're being weeded out for various reasons. And I honestly don't have all the details and the reasons. There's plenty of other YouTube videos and guys doing YouTube videos on those that talk about that. So I'm just trying to shift gears here more into futures because it just feels safer right now to me. And if I am to do more challenges here. So it just seems like every single day there's a new prop firm that suddenly is not accepting US clients. That's a terrible thing, because I do think prop firms, offer at least the ability for people who don't have that capital to trade with to potentially get to a point where they want to be. and then funnel that back into their own, personal accounts and continue to grow and use that leverage there. So I've always been a person who believed prop firms were a good thing, and I still do, but I still do also trade my live account. It's not a very large live account, but I still do trade that here. So that's the whole prop firm space here. It's been a bit of a back and forth week in phase 2 of my prop firm challenge. I did get really aggressive today on CPI news, and I was in a sell trade, and that thing just ripped straight down. Now, a lot of these prop firm challenges, you can't trade around the news. A lot of times, you have to be in well before the news, and I was in a Euro USD sell well before the news, and then it just tanked and hit my profit target within a matter of seconds, which was really cool here. So the way I trade, I'm just going to kind of talk you through it here, because again, if you want to check out the previous video I made on Euro USD, it goes through how I trade there. And again, I'll do another one. But basically, guys, I use naked charts for the most part, and I do use one indicator only as a confluence, and that's for divergences. I love divergence because for me personally, it gives me the best possible entry, at least from what I found. Now, the other piece is I love fair value gaps, and I like drawing up levels, areas where price may or may not have a reaction. And when I combine those two components with divergences, that's what works really well for me. I can't say to work well for you, but that's just how I trade and what works really well for me here. And it has been going well. So I've been trading exclusively that way probably since about last summer. And then the levels piece, I've always used levels, but then I started incorporating fair value gaps with levels and just kind of drawing them up, just using my eyes and having that chart time. So many traders just don't want to put in the chart time to get that experience, so that when they see, something happen, they go, aha, I've seen this before. I have a good idea what price is going to do, so I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And that's where I'm at. I have been trading since I started way back when I was a middle school science teacher, like in 2004, somewhere around there, a really long time ago. Way back when, I had this big clunky computer I remember teaching class. In between classes, I'd be trying to, look at my trades or execute my trades. So started then. Took a lot of time off in between then, started some other businesses, and then came back really seriously in around 2017, 18, give or take here. But I remember starting FX back then and just going down that whole indicator route, and then eventually I went to price action and just naked charts. And don't get me wrong, guys, I've done a lot of what you have probably done watching this video. Like I said, I've bought the courses. I've looked at different systems. I have been a part of other communities, and that chart time is probably the most valuable. And I have spent, I don't even know how many hours I spent from the charts. If I had to just throw out a number, probably thousands. I mean, you think about literally sitting in front of the computer for 1,000 hours reading price action. That is a heck of a lot of time to be looking at price action and just being able to identify these patterns, identify, certain aspects of, just how price moves, and looking at candlestick patterns and so on. So that's where I'm at now. And, I really hope everything works out with these funding companies, because there's something I'm looking forward to. I think it's a way for people to, again, get the leverage that they're looking for to funnel into their own personal trading here. So I don't have a whole lot more to say other than that. Again, I wanted to do a video on how I trade the Euro USD, but I already have a video here on that, and I'm just not sure a lot of people are really into those technicalities of it. So I'm going to save that for another video here. But just wanted to update you guys where I am in my phase 2 prop firm challenge account, and it is almost passed. I'm very confident I will get through that. Maybe I lose the next trade and I get knocked back down to, let's say, 101K, and I just got to keep going to get to that 105. You see, with these challenges, I don't necessarily like to pass them in a week or 2 weeks and just throw everything at it, because to me that would just be luck, in my opinion. I like to trade them very methodically with proper risk management, even if it takes me a month or 2 months to get through a phase, because then I can just go right into my funded account without any hiccups, trading the same exact way and being very consistent and not taking these big swings. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a whole strategy and methodology behind this. Once you get up to 4, 5, 6, 7 funded accounts, then you can start kind of breaking them up into different groups, saying I have my aggressive group over here and my conservative group. And that's kind of what I'm doing with Apex right now. I have my conservative accounts that I'm growing slowly. Then I have my really aggressive accounts where I will take a lot larger size, but I will be consistent with that size and keep taking the same large size all throughout the challenge there. So once again, thank you all for watching here, and do look forward to the next video. I will share with you some trades that I did take on EURUSD and then walk you through my exact thought process there here when that comes up. So once again, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.